back with the Fox News Alert. If you're just getting up, anti-ICE protesters raging in Minneapolis last night after another ICE-involved shooting where an illegal migrant from Venezuela was hit in the leg by a bullet. DHS says an agent was being attacked with a shovel and opened fire in self-defense. Moments ago, President Trump posting, quote, on Truth Social, if the corrupt politicians of Minnesota do not obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state. Former congressman and host of Sunday Night in America, Trey Gowdy, is a former federal prosecutor, and he joins us right now. Trey, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay, but I'm looking at these pictures out of Minneapolis, and I'm thinking, man, something is so messed up there. And obviously the president looking at the same things. If he does invoke the Insurrection Act, doesn't that mean that he can send in the National Guard? He is emboldened to do that by law if there's a civil disobedience and occurrence. And that's the definition of it, what I'm looking at right there.
Yeah, it's one of the few exceptions to the posse comitatus where you cannot deploy military forces for domestic use. And it's often done when state authorities either cannot or will not. So think back to the 1960s. Southern states said, we refuse to integrate our schools. Presidents used the Insurrection Act to say, you know what, you are going to follow the law. I actually think we may be beyond this point in Minnesota. You actually have governors and mayors who are openly defying federal law enforcement. I mean, they're not like ambiguous or agnostic about it.
No.
They're openly defying it. So I think he's got all the justification. I'm sure he's wanting Minnesota to get in the right hymnal themselves, but they're going the opposite direction, Steve.
They sure are. You just mentioned the governor. You just mentioned the mayor. Here they are talking about the president.
Donald Trump wants this chaos. He wants confusion. And yes, he wants more violence on our streets. We cannot give him what he wants.
Let's be very clear. I've seen conduct from ICE that is disgusting and is intolerable. If it were your city, it would be unacceptable there too. And for anyone that is taking the bait tonight, stop.
Well, one of the things, Trey, the thing that provoked this shooting last night was the fact that this migrant who was being arrested, they got into a scuffle. Next thing you know, he's beating an ICE agent with a snow shovel, and 3 other guys jump on him. You can't hit a cop with a shovel.
It doesn't matter what country you're from. You can't hit a cop with a shovel. It doesn't matter if you're an 8th-generation American. Right. You cannot use what could be a deadly weapon. Yeah. So that's really not an immigration issue to me. It's a law enforcement public safety. Here's what I would also tell the mayor and the governor. The E in ICE stands for enforcement. They're not enforcing laws that they pass. Steve, not a single ICE agent, to my knowledge, has been in Congress. Tim Walz was in Congress. And when the Democrats had the House, the Senate, and the White House, what did they do about ICE jurisdiction? What did they change about our immigration laws? Nothing. Not a single solitary thing. ICE agents are enforcing laws that Tim Walz either voted for or sat on his behind and didn't do anything about, or they're enforcing orders that some other judge issued. Right. That's what the E stands for, enforcement. If you don't like the law, go protest Ilhan Omar. Go protest some Democrat lawmaker, not the cops.
Yeah, no kidding. They're just trying. They've got a job. The protesters know the line. They know there's a red line, and every once in a while they cross it, and that's when this happens, unfortunately.
Yes.
All right. Watch that guy on TV Sunday nights on this channel. He's at 9 o'clock, Sunday Night in America. Mr. Gowdy, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your week.
You too.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.